Speaking of micro, Dankus going for a huge encirclement here. Will SeeMops be able to go out of that? That might be a GG if he gets that. Are they going to be able to make it in there? They are force attacking. He's killing his own units right now. They're actually, the strength is gone in a moment. Will they be able to retreat out of it? He's force attacking across the front, trying to do an encirclement from the south at the same time. And there's the encirclement. Tank is encircled.
That's a lot of divisions.
Welcome back, everybody. We are finally here. The grand final is upon us. My name is Midman, and I am joined by Count Christo.
Pleasure to be here.
It's been raring up. We've got a whole competition. We're here on the final day of CIC Open Invitational, which has led from open players joining one of our invited players.
I mean, it's been a heck of a tournament so far. And, you know, it may seem to some of our viewers like this story only goes back 2 days, but it's not true. The Open has been going for weeks and weeks. These players have been battling it out all for this moment. SeeMops versus Dankus, the grand final.
We have the first pick from SeeMops. That is going to be Across the Rhine. Of course, followed by Dankus's pick of Across the Rhine.
So it's all going to come down to which way across the Rhine, I think, at this point, because it's obviously, we've been calling it the favorite.
We finally send everybody to the caster bunker for the first match in our grand final.
Here we go.
Welcome one, welcome all to the grand final of the Commodity Conflict Tournament. I'm joined by Bo for this first round. How's it going to go?
I am so excited, and primarily for Dankus losing,
Yes.
obviously. The Swede cannot win. The Norwegian must win.
So it's Norway over Sweden for Denmark then?
Of course. Like, Denmark isn't qualified right now. I'm not good enough, so we got to root for our little brother.
Starting off on Across the Rhine. Both of them picked Across the Rhine.
And we're about to see the faction picks now.
They are just going to come out. They've just all finished their last focuses.
As expected, we've got the U.S. Armed Forces, and I refuse to believe that he will go for the U.S. Marine Corps, so we can expect the classic U.S. 12th Army Group on this
Yeah, we've
one.
seen this a lot through the tournament.
And we got Winter is Coming, a Finland pick.
We've seen Finland a lot through this tournament, a lot more than I actually was expecting. We've been very few Germanys, actually.
That's exactly what it is, and it works for it. And there's
Here
the
we
wall.
go. See that medium tank division. That's quite an important advantage for the Allies here in that they have a fast, strong unit to drive to Amsterdam, get that victory point on lock.
So now, are we going to reach this point where they're going to stalemate on the river? No, SeeMops going on the offensive, trying to take Frankfurt, maybe not realizing that the attack is going there and they're out of supply. Is Dankus pulling off a strategy that he doesn't want to take the territory in the north right now? Yeah. And there's the attack from him, pushing him towards Arnhem.
Counter-attack here. It is not being successful currently. The Allies are able to defend it, but there is a sort of bulge approaching the north. Allied side lower on map, they have 334,000 in the field now. They significantly outnumber the Axis side.
And Amsterdam's actually under control of Dankus now. He sees that.
At Dankus, they're worried about troops coming down from crossing the strait into Holland. So pooping a division off there to cover it.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big problem for him because he's only got supply through the sea now. And you can see right now, SeeMops are actually utilizing the tank as we talked about in an offensive on Amsterdam because it is the unit that does the damage.
He is pushing through here, Dankus, trying to counterattack west of Dusseldorf and take that province to join up.
Oh,
it now means we've got an encirclement. It's full flipped around immediately.
And they are actually
under pressure. He's trying to get it out to the port.
Will it retreat the right way? Will it retreat the right way now? That is the...
You can see Dankus desperately moving his troops around to the north, trying to get close to it to attack, and the tank has made it back.
And an overall...
Now under attack. We've got 11 divisions. SeeMops is going to be trying... He has now withdrawn. He's got them out. So
the tank is going to get raided, though. Dankus' navy's out. No, doesn't catch the tank. Catches 2 infantry divisions instead. But that is very unfortunate. All these units left the port at the same time. So you can kind of say that he sacrificed these 2 guys to save the tank.
So now we have an exposed Cologne being attacked from 3 different directions. It is an urban tile, so it's going to be quite tough to get into. But the multiple attacks are going to give a strong advantage to SeeMops. Dankus, though, getting pressured quite severely now at Cologne and at Frankfurt, losing both battles. Which means we could see a pretty rapid swing here from an all-3 clean sweep for Dankus into 2 victory points for the Allies and a winning position.
Because there's no CAS. None of them are building any CAS.
Dankus doesn't have any troops. He is now bringing them south. He's marched south from Kassel to come down and try and drive back that Allied salient.
Maybe an encirclement coming up in the south here. 2 units only is the only thing holding there.
This is very threatening.
And that could be
getting
huge.
Pushed. Here comes Dankus. He's pinning, desperate to get him out.
Takes 3 days to get out of the tile, though. Can he make it in? Well, how far is Dankus? 1 day from coming out. Oh, that is... Oh.
And he's tried, and Sub-Zero has moved across, tried to hold it, struggling here.
Oh, he made it out. That is...
Just in time.
Just in time.
Absolutely. We can see a attack here across into Cologne. I'm going to come over to my POV so we can see this. Just pushed out here, the divisions from the Allies. Cologne, they're pinning across the river here from Sub-Zero, what he tries to reinforce here. But too late. There's Cologne taken by Dankus. Big play there into Essen from the Allies there, across the Rhine. Now he can attack from both directions, potentially encircling those divisions in Cologne. He is winning that battle. He's taking Arsenal of Democracy. Okay, he abandons it there, just turned against him, but restarts it almost at 80 green. Dankus trying to reinforce from the east. Can he get in there in time to stop this? Is that going to leave him weak elsewhere?
And there's the last stand.
And there's the last stand. He knows he can't lose this. He can't have those 7 divisions.
And here comes a possible encirclement play from Dankus, or is he even... Yeah, he is moving in for that one on Arnhem, trying to take the tank. Will he make it out? Nope.
Yeah, just
last stand.
Fallen. He's just in time again, that tank.
And he's going on full on the offensive. He's not just stopping now, he's actually moving in. Has Dankus realized that he might be able to get the initiative here?
Better than Sub-Zero has.
Speaking of micro, Dankus going for a huge encirclement here. Will Sub-Zero be able to go out of that? That might be a GG if he gets that. Gets pinned in the last second right there.
And that's the tank pinned in there.
Is it gonna? Are they gonna be able to make it in there? They are force attacking. He's killing his own units right now. They're actually, the strength is gone in a moment.
Brussels has gone, which means the supply in that Antwerp tendril is going to be absolutely dreadful.
Antwerp about to fall any second now. Will they be able to retreat out of it? He's force attacking across the front. This is but gets counter encircled in a second. Yet the encirclement is almost completed, but they're pinned as well. Trying to do an encirclement from the south at the same time. And there's the encirclement. Tank is encircled.
That's a lot of divisions. Getting pretty close to GG territory for Sub-Zero, you would imagine. I think that's a GG. That is a GG from Sub-Zero. That's a stunning victory by Dankus.
Across the Rhine, and we are off. Here we go. We are, I have to imagine, going to be seeing very similar stuff here. Now, it's interesting looking at Sub-Zero right now. He's still not researching anything to do with planes. He's not producing any.
If there would be no planes on either side, I know we've been saying the term bare knuckles micro quite a lot, but that one, it would just be infantry versus infantry slugging it out. I don't even know how that would pan out. That would be whoever has the fastest APM then.
Serious manpower, and there we go. The war has started, and we are at Amsterdam, and the tank is already showing its worth. Pushing east into Utrecht, struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Sub-Zero is also trying to advance in the south.
Oh, wow.
Full on attack. Not like what Dankus did, setting up the line and not having anything on the defensive down there, but actually going full on the offensive.
Dankus is winning here, though. Little bit of a breakthrough, little bit of a worrying moment. Of course, there's no Maginot
encirclement
line.
Right there.
Yes, nice. First encirclement of the match goes to Sub-Zero. Very nice. Yes, here comes the tank. The tank looking to break it out from Metz, having to cross the river. Yes, that looks like that breakout is going to go through. What a shame.
The last stand in the last moment actually holds it.
Yes, it does. And look at that. Serious damage being taken on the strength on a lot of these divisions. Encircled, still just holding, but the last stand not enough to hold that pocket closed.
Yeah, he needs to be careful now, though, because he has de-orged himself across most of the front right now, and Dankus is trying to capitalize on that.
Look at this. Unfortunate. Pushed straight past the Amsterdam port, up, but reacting just in time.
Dankus,
no reinforcement north of Amsterdam, but it is looking like it's going to hold long enough. No, there we go. Slight encirclement. 3 divisions encircled west of Amsterdam. One division encircled west of Amsterdam by 3 divisions in Amsterdam. Not looking good. Sub-Zero, his head in his hands. 3-to-1 casualty ratios. I mean, it's the kind of thing you might expect with a kind of infantry rush build, but it's really struggling. Let's take a look how Dankus is feeling. Usually a pretty inscrutable guy on camera. Dankus is focused. But that isn't stopping Sub-Zero from having green air all the way across this front, because he has those fighters from his focus tree right now. We are seeing that we have a pretty big manpower problem on Sub-Zero's side. It's not looking great for him for now. And there it is. That is a GG from Sub-Zero. He knows that it was all about the initial push. The initial push has not worked, and Sub-Zero has called it. We find ourselves now in a 2-0 situation, and you can tell my voice has become rather serious. Sub-Zero now faces a challenge that is nigh impossible. Not impossible. He has to win 3 rounds in a row.
So revealing Game 3 is going to be Sonnenblume. This is SumZero's pick. We're seeing SumZero on Allies, Dankus on Axis.
And now the grand final. We are down to what could be the very last round of Commanders in Conflict this time around. If SumZero can't pull it around, can he? Does he have a chance?
The answer is yes. The answer is
we believe.
Yes. You have to believe. Every time you say, I don't believe in SumZero, a fairy dies. That's how it works.
Exactly.
And we believe SumZero can do this. Now, he can do this because the allies in Sonnenblume, I believe, haven't lost. This is really interesting. We can't overstate how unusual this is.
Yeah.
This, to me, suggests a later play because he's not going to have enough of these to be really instrumental in the early game. It's going to take a long time to produce these.
So whether Dankus picks up on that, whether he picks up on the degree to which his opponent is going medium tanks, maybe pivots to building anti-tank in response, or anti-air in response.
There it is.
And there, in fact, he's literally seen it and he has adapted very quickly. That's very important from Dankus.
Let's take a look from our player's perspective here as the battle begins.
Yeah, Allied troops moving forwards here, moving west at speed.
There is the
They're being
battle.
pushed off because that's a generic.
Let's take a look at this here. We need to keep eyes on this battle.
Division, and
that is very, very close. We need to see. Yes, there's the general, and there's the last stand, and now you have to imagine an attempt is going to be made to push more paratroopers into the gap, but even with the last stand, it's not enough!
Crete is fallen.
I mean, this is looking really quite dangerous. What's happening is interesting, though. As you can see, SumZero is rushing everything up. Dankus is keeping his men at Gabes. I mean, Gabez, not really feeling the need to push down to Tripoli even. He's not taking any risks. And there we go. The tanks have reached the front. But I mean, SumZero putting himself in a very difficult position here. He has a hefty mountain to climb. Yes, there it is. Quick little attack against the tank, driving it back, causing a few casualties. And look at this. The fort play from Dankus we can see here. Not something you often see in this game, but it shows he's feeling confident. But look at this, an attack. Oh my lord, no. Okay, not capitalized on. That almost became absolutely devastating. It looked like Dankus might encircle both of those tank divisions west of Gabez. And there's the attack, moving out. He should have time to move out, but that is risky. And he's now looking like he might be at risk of losing.
It's a dangerous moment now for SumZero.
That is very dangerous.
He's going to get the tanks out just in time.
Is he? 6 hours. 4 hours, it was unbelievably
very close. The tank does get out, but now he's lost a substantial amount of territory. Gabez is no longer threatened.
And there we go, losing the supply hub. Absolutely devastating. But here we go. The supply situation for this is improved. But look, the naval invasion on Tripoli has started, being thrown back into the sea without too much difficulty, though. And there we go, a little encirclement.
Counter-attack now from the
being reopened.
And it does get in there.
Last
and
stand.
The thing is, the trouble is, these tanks are not able to stand up to Dankus' infantry divisions.
Let's take a look here at the attack on Tripoli, because this is part of what is going to decide things. Yes, they're not quite managing to make it from the sea, but they will be able to make it from the land, it looks like. Dankus, realizing that he didn't need to be as cautious as he is. Of course, he is now finding himself at the extent of his supply abilities. Things going against him. Tripoli with the last stand, heavy casualties, and the attack here to try and defend the supply is just not working. They're being driven back and back. It's really not looking good. The first encirclement is being threatened. All these tanks stuck down here. They haven't been able to reorganize because he's moving in, and Wadan is looking to encircle it. Given how far back the rail line is, it would be quite a thing. There comes the push, just holding though, and with the counter-offensive, that's very dangerous. Look at that, 1,200 attack on those tanks, 1,300 at one point. Pretty nicely, but it's not enough.
See the de-orging of those tanks, and they're taking significant strength damage as well, which is the heavy tanks.
They are
quite difficult to replace.
And there it goes.
The counter-offensive, Dankus' troops are more than happy to sit there. Now with a supply hub, they're going to be in good supply. If he can link up a bit with the north, he'll have good supply there as well. And Wadan is looking very secure. So what we're seeing with Dankus' troops, I think that he has, that SumZero does in terms of the infantry v infantry fight, I think is rocket artillery. It looks like Dankus is heading his way to a 3-0 win.
There it is.
In the grand final. Was that a GG?
That is it. The army was deleted, and that is GG. And that
well, I mean, well played by SumZero. He fought that out.
So there we have it, our grand final coming to a grand conclusion. Dankus taking the victory after a 3-0 win. SumZero in second with Near in third. Now here he is, finally in the final, finally with the victory. It's Dankus. How does it feel to finally be here and finally being called the champion. We finally proved that you're the king of micro for once.
But I gotta say, Sub-Zero, definitely out of practice and everything, he is by far, I would say, the best player here. Have you seen him scroll around the screen and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could do that. I'm getting too old. I'm getting way too old. But yeah, he's like a young Leonard. Like me and Bose talked yesterday. He's like a younger Leonard because he's like smart, but he's also super quick.
So we're saying that Dankus, he's you and Leonard's love child. Like, it's got that best of both worlds with both of you then. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Dankus, a well-deserved victory to you. You've been a star to watch this competition, and I'm glad to finally see you here. But we're going to have to let you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, boys. And esports, yeah!
Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, because this is the place to be for all HOI esports content. And we will see you in the next stream. Goodbye.